Hello, my friend. Welcome to today's Reiki session. Hope you're doing as well as possible. All you need to do for this session is just lie back, just relax, and let me care for you. So for this session, we are going to be really moving towards tangible results. I'm going to start with a little bit of essential oil. I've decanted this. A little bit of frankincense here. I'm going to be using this rosemary as well. Sort of a few drops. So I want to be shifting your reality in the earthly realm on this earthly plane. So if there's something that's felt out of your reach, if there's something that hasn't really gone your way, let's say, if you've been feeling like things are just more difficult than you want them to be, if you're having a hard time breaking through maybe some of the blockages that you're working on, emotional, mental, spiritual, any of these blockages that might come up, we are going to be shifting things in the material plane so that you're able to really see and experience those tangible results that you're after. Some tangible shifts in your energy body.
Have you ever felt like your body and mind were out of sync? Maybe your digestion feels heavy, your energy is low, or your skin just doesn't have that glow. I want to share something that helped me to reset, not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually as well. In today's session, we're talking about tangible results that you can feel and see, which works perfectly with our sponsor, xoxo, a 100% natural postbiotic superfood drink rooted in Japanese tradition. xoxo is not just any wellness drink. It combines over 100 carefully fermented ingredients, fruits, vegetables, seaweed, and mushrooms, into a powerhouse of probiotics, prebiotics, and postbiotics. This ancient Japanese tradition of fermentation results in a product that supports gut health, healthy skin, and even mental clarity through the gut-brain connection. It's vegan, gluten-free, and non-GMO, so it fits seamlessly into a healthy lifestyle. Also, fasting has long been a traditional spiritual practice across cultures, known to enhance mindfulness and self-awareness. By simplifying what we consume, we create space to focus inward, connecting more deeply with our body and spirit. This mindful reset not only supports physical well-being, but also helps to quiet the mind, fostering a sense of clarity and balance. With xoxo, this ancient practice is supported in a gentle, nourishing way, allowing you to experience both the physical and spiritual benefits of a cleanse. While I haven't done many cleanses, this is by far the easiest I've ever done. I did the one-day xoxo cleanse a few weeks ago, replacing my meals with this drink, and I couldn't believe the results. My digestion felt lighter and more balanced, and I noticed an almost immediate boost in my energy and clarity. I had these amazing results with just a one-day cleanse. I can't wait to try a 3-day cleanse to get more benefits. The true test, though, came right after the cleanse. I boarded a red-eye flight from the States to Europe. Flights like that usually leave me jet-lagged, dehydrated, and exhausted for days. But this time I felt refreshed and exhilarated when I landed, and my skin was glowing.
It tastes really nice.
It was as if my body had already adjusted to the time zone. It was wild. That smooth transition was incredible, and I truly believe xoxo played a key role in preparing my body for that journey. If you're looking for a tangible way to support your gut health, skin, and overall well-being, I highly recommend giving xoxo a try. Whether it's a quick breakfast cleanse, a one-day cleanse, or a 3-day cleanse, this drink provides nourishment from within. You can get started at rskoso.com, that's rskoso.com, and use the code ANNA15. for 15% off your first purchase, or even more savings on your first subscription order. This could be the beginning of something truly transformative for you. Here's to finding balance and feeling your best, body, mind, and spirit. Now, back to our session.
So if there's something that you would like to shift this week, let's say you have a presentation, let's say you're applying for a job, let's say you have a date this week, let's say there's something this week that you're like, okay, I'd love to shift my energy before that thing, whatever it is, then this is going to be really supportive for you. It smells so nice, very potent. So I'm just moving this blend of oils through your aura so that you have this really gorgeous kind of foundation of a spiritual alignment, clarity, before we really begin. All you have to do is just relax. That's the only thing I'm asking you to do. It's so hard for us to relax, isn't it? It's so much easier for us to be in a go, go, go mode, for our minds to be racing. Even when we're relaxing, so often you're on multiple screens. You've got your phone, you've got your TV, you've got your computer, you've got all these things. I think fortunately I can't do that because I get vertigo. Because it's such a tempting thing, I think everybody would be in our society kind of pressured to be constantly on the go. But I think it's really sort of a blessing in disguise that I am not able to switch back and forth between different screens. So when I'm editing, I can't edit and then shift and start to answer a text message or an email. I can't be, watching something and editing simultaneously. It's one thing at a time, and I think that's a real blessing in disguise because it's meant that I've been able to really focus on what's here. And I think as a result, my dopamine levels are pretty regulated. When we're constantly shifting, even if we're not busy, we don't, aren't filling our days with, maybe it's the weekend and we're not working, or maybe we don't feel really busy at this time in our lives, but our minds are constantly triggering, charging, firing, because we are just constantly stimulated. So right now, all I want you to do is just be right here, right now with me. I want you to take some slow, deep breaths. Inside of this blend, I have that same blend that I used on my hands. A few drops here of the rosemary and a few drops of frankincense. It's really nice. Slow, deep breaths. Now is not the time to think about what's coming tomorrow. It's not the time to reflect on what happened today. Oh, this smells so good. I think I added a little bit of extra rosemary to this one. I'm really craving that kind of like fresh evergreen, I was going to say rosemary scent. I think it's because of all the evergreens right now. It's the festive time of year. I'm just craving those kinds of wintry scents. Frankincense and myrrh. I always love reading what your favorite blends are. And I write them down, the ones that you share in the comments if you have any blends that you want me to try. I will still try anything with orange in it, but orange isn't my favorite. So because you requested that and I haven't done it. That's why. I didn't know why. I don't know why. Orange is just, maybe it's because it reminds me of soccer practice when I was a kid. Getting orange all over your fingers on the car ride home. You just don't have any way to, wash it off. I suppose we could have had wipes, but I don't think that was really a thing when I was a kid. Okay. Just relax. This time of year, while it can be really, really exciting and fun, it can also be really stressful. So we want to promote relaxation and calm. Starting with this beautiful howlite, which I'm going to place just on the crown of your head. I'm going to move my little table here. Okay, let me place this right on your crown. I want you to call to mind the thing that you would like to really see those tangible results, those tangible earthly results for right now. Because so often we're talking about things that are more esoteric. I wanted to ground this and really help you manifest these things for the new year. So I have this beautiful indigo fluorite, a great stone for focus and clarity as well, which is kind of a theme of this session. Clarity, when we're clear on what we want, we can call it in more easily. When we're clear on what it is that we desire, that we want to bring into the tangible, into the earthly plane, when we're really clear on that, that's when we can start to call it in. That's when it can start to show up. If it's general or vague, well, I sort of want to be successful. Well, I sort of want to be, I want to be fit. Well, I sort of want to have a great, a good relationship. You want it to be really, really specific. Invite clarity into these aspects, because if you are shaping your life, you want to know what it is that you're shaping. When a sculptor has a slab of clay, what they're really doing is taking away everything that is not their piece of art, that is not the sculpture. So they're just removing the excess. And I want you to look at your life like that. You want to look at your life like, okay, what is not the ideal version of me? What is not my masterpiece? What is not that piece of art? What is not the sculpture? And ask yourself that, and then start to carve, gently sculpt away what is not that beautiful, resonant, highest version of you. So in order to do that, we have to focus, we have to invite clarity in. So I'm going to take this beautiful indigo fluorite, I always want to say indigo capriol, and place this right on your third eye very gently. Gorge. Slow deep breaths, slow deep breaths. Do me a favor, let your chest rise and fall as you breathe for the next 3 breaths. And now imagine your solar plexus just above your belly button. Imagine filling that like a balloon. Your rib cage expanding for the next 3 breaths. As comfortable as you can. And now low belly, sacral and root, just expanding low. Again, like you're blowing up a balloon. The bowl at the base of your torso here. 3 breaths there. Good. A little bit more clearing here. We're going to use this owl feather. This owl feather to engage in that shift. The owl brings things from the intangible to the tangible. It's so much like wind coming from this feather. And out the windows behind you, as I'm doing this, the wind just started to pick up. Bringing the intangible to the tangible. You know, we talk about like, how can we believe in things that we can't see, you know? How can I call in what I want if it's not here? Which is kind of a funny way to say. But think about it like this. We can't see the wind, but we see the effect of it, right? There are so many things that are invisible. Love, kindness. So it's important to really connect with that and ground in that. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not here, doesn't mean it's not already available to you. Now, all the way down and out your feet, if you want to take a slow, deep breath in and just release, maybe even on a sigh for me. Out your feet. And again, breathe out on the sigh. One more time. Deep breath in, a little bit more, and out. Beautiful. I'm going to use these selenite wands. Beautiful stones. They charge in the moonlight, the starlight, the cloud light, the sunlight. They're very, very powerful. You can feel them right away. It almost feels like a tingly sensation whenever I pick them up. Okay, I'm gonna come over your head and just come down. Down and out. Above the head, down and out, over the head, clearing anything that is not your dream life, clearing anything that is not your future self. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Okay, we'll clear everything that's not bad. But again, you have to know what that sculpture is before you can clear anything. To sort of give way, give space for that beautiful life to reveal itself to you, for the beautiful sculpture to reveal itself. Beautiful. I'm going to take one of these selenite wands and place it gently at your feet. So anytime you feel any energy blockages coming up, you can just envision those pouring out through the soles of your feet. How we feeling? Beautiful. Let's go ahead and light our candle and set our intention. Frankincense, coconut wax, apothecary candle. on behalf of your highest, wisest, most empowered, most aligned self, in loving comfort and in perfect balance. I wish to conduct this Reiki session for bringing the intangible to the tangible, bringing the esoteric, the ephemeral, grounding it here in the earthly realm. Now maybe there's something that you really want to call in. Maybe you knew right away when you clicked on this session, oh, I know exactly what I want that to be, what I want to make tangible in my life. Or maybe you're kind of unsure, you're not really certain what you want to call in, and you have more kind of just a general idea of something. But whether it's that laser focus of I know exactly what it is, or something a little bit more general, take a moment here just to sort of play around with the idea mentally or heart-based kind of play. What would it feel like if you could call anything into existence simply by thinking about it? When you are focusing your thoughts on something that births it into existence. So sort of play around with that idea. What would you want to call in? What do you want to invite into your existence? It can be anything. Some of us don't even give ourselves the opportunity to even dream or think about what's possible before we let doubt just come in like a wet blanket. Just putting out all of our passion, fire, and creativity. Because that's what we're doing here. We are creators. We are creating our lives. When we, manifest or whatever, it's really just about creating the life that we want, creating circumstances that we want, investing in our own mental, emotional, physical, spiritual health in order to call in what we want. Now, when we start toying with this idea of bringing the tangible to the tangible simply by thinking about it, it can be quite sobering, quite a sobering exercise, because we can start to recognize some of the things that we've been doing and engaging in, some of the thoughts that we've been allowing to play in our mind. Ooh, I do not want those to become my reality, right? So starting to recognize just where you are with it. Oh yeah, I feel really disconnected from my thoughts, or I feel like they're running the show. My thoughts are just happening all the time and I'm just sort of on for the ride. Or are you saying, my thoughts come and go, I observe them, I witness them, and I move on. But they don't determine my actions. I don't act on these impulsive thoughts. I can choose what I fill my mind with. I know some of us don't even believe that fully. I can choose what I fill my mind with. It takes a lot of practice. It takes a lot of work. And it's not perfect, but it is possible. We can shift our thoughts to be ones that are self-serving, that are supportive of the life we want to call in. We can have compassionate thoughts for ourselves and others. We can release our judgmental thoughts. when we release those judgmental thoughts, not only does it free us from the burden of, attaching and creating these energetic cords to other people, it also frees us to not judge ourselves so much. It's a win-win. When we are judging others, if we did a little bit of shadow work, we'd realize it's just because we're judging ourselves. If someone's being really judgmental, it's just because they are really, really hard on themselves. So it's just a practice, my dear. We can just play here. What would you like to call in? If you could call in anything right now, this energy is really powerful. What would you want to call in? With all the love in the world, on behalf of your and everyone else's highest, wisest, most empowered and aligned selves. Always in loving comfort and perfect balance, always, always. So just play around here, right now, right here. What if you could create your own reality? What would you fill that reality with? I'm going to draw the symbols outside of your heart space. You just keep playing, keep playing. We're bringing all of that beautiful energy in the mental plane into the physical reality. Once more with our owl feather, swooping down, shifting your reality. Notice if you see any owls today. Notice if you see any scorpion. I don't mean necessarily the animal itself, but emblems or visions. Maybe even you see a cloud that looks like an owl, a scorpion, a snake. Something like that. But if you start to notice, especially owls, scorpions, and snakes somewhere, whether that's, and even maybe you even hear the sound, like a gentle hiss. Snakes represent transformation, right? Like the butterfly and the phoenix. Scorpion as well. A scorpion can support you while you're shifting, while you're changing on a cellular level. Scorpion can be your protector, protecting you. Just be mindful if you notice these things. You hear an owl somewhere. Maybe you accidentally switched to a nature program. It's there just to solidify, crystallize this message. Beautiful. Let's invite a few more stones, shall we? Let me move this candle. I have this raw tiger's eye. I really want you to know that you are the creator of your own experience. Tiger's eye is all about confidence, power. I want you to trust that you are in charge. You are at the helm. Placing that on your solar plexus. My favorite, the carnelian, such a beautiful stone. Placing that very gently on your sacral, just beneath your belly button, your low belly. And for these, we are calling in power, creation. The carnelian stone it's also called the artist stone. It's all about creation. What are you creating? What are you creating? And you can always watch this later on. You can receive this session later on. If you know that there's something that's coming up, You can set that intention for that, whatever that event or situation might be that's coming up for you, that you really want to call something in for, an audition, an interview, anything that's maybe upcoming that you're feeling like you really want to solidify something, bring it down, really manifest something that's been moving through here. You can do that, or you can watch it again leading up, the session again, receive the session again leading up to whatever that is. So I'm going to move through with this beautiful Septarian. When we are doing this kind of work of calling things in, we have to set boundaries. Part of that sculpting process of sculpting our life is about setting boundaries with ourselves and with others about what's not serving this future version of ourselves. That version of yourself who is moving through life in the way that you have manifested and called in. That version of yourself who has mastered their emotions, is in control, powers their thoughts, is kind and compassionate, patient with themselves and others, replaces self-criticism with self-curiosity. You have really stepped into that space, but in order to do that, you need to set boundaries with yourself. I will not be the type of person who blank in order to get blank. Setting those things with yourself and then respectfully, kindly, and with compassion, expressing those boundaries with others can be really, really helpful. So Septarian is all about boundaries. It's very grounding stone. Septarian really means wall. And it's because of the little walls that are formed inside of the stone itself out of aragonite. So it's composite of several different gemstones, minerals. But wall is really what a boundary is. You are creating a wall that you do not want to be passed. You do not want to be crossed. Placing that right on your root, go out the base of your torso, sending you love and light, filling you with love and light. Beautiful. So now we have our beautiful Labradorite. It's always hard to get this to do its little shimmery thing with the light of is that it? With the reflection. Let me see if I can get it. That looks like it's it. So this Labradorite, we are really calling in magic. You are the alchemist here. This is magical work that you're doing. Labradorite is all about that dream state, taking in those wishes. Why do wishes come to us? It's because they're meant for us. If there's something your heart desires and it feels good when you think about it, that's there for a reason. Don't ignore it. Pay attention to those things. That's there for a reason. Now, we don't act on impulses, but we do take in our instinctual responses to things. We take it in, we process it. Whims, we take those in, we process that, right? So once you take this Labradorite, I want you to hold it in your hand, and you're going to hold it outside of your heart space like that. So you're sort of shooting this beautiful aurora borealis outward. So both hands, let me untuck you here. Good. So take this in both hands and just place that on your heart space. Great. Beautiful. Just facing outward. Lovely, 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 lovely. I'm going to shake all this energy together. I'm going to seal it all in. And I'm also going to anoint you with just a little bit of this on your temples, okay? Okay. Slow deep breath and release. And now I'm going to come through and shake it all up, sealing all of this in, okay? Sealing this energy in. I want this to be super powerful, so we're using a really powerful seed rattle. Deep breath in and release. You are divine. You are connected. You are expressive. You are loved and magical. You are strong and capable. You are creative. You create your reality. You are safe, protected, boundaried and grounded. Okay, my dear. Take really good care of yourself, okay, over the next few days. Take like nice walks outside. Really nice. Ground yourself in the energy of the earth. Do whatever you can. Drink lots of water. Maybe drink some nice herbal teas. Stay nice and grounded and connected. Maybe do some somatic releasing to really ground all of this energy. Journal over the next few days. See what your dreams are telling you. This could be messages that are coming up to guide you in the right direction, to bring these tangible results into your life, okay? So if you want to learn Reiki or become a Reiki practitioner, I will leave linked below my Reiki certification courses if you'd like me to be a Reiki master teacher. And just have a beautiful rest of your day or your night. Take really good care of yourself. Like I said, take good care of each other. And until we meet again, be so well. Okay. Namaste. Hello, my lovely patrons. This session is going to be all about just like sending love into the hands. Our palms are these like entry and access points for so many different energies to flow in. So doing Reiki hand massages I find really helpful. So soothing. So I'm just going to be sending this energy towards you. I love using things from nature to send healing energy. You know I love using things like driftwood, stones, all the earthly elements. I love using water as a healing element. Good. So sending that love towards you. And see if you can just maybe breathe it in. Fill yourself up with that gorgeous, loving energy. Imagine the aroma just swirling in and flowing all through your body. Which can be directed and channeled with laser-like precision to help you accomplish tasks and achieve objectives. Cool. This is going to be a really powerful time for you. 2 super empowering cards. You have this fiery energy and you have like the earth and the roots. The roots and the ancestors. It's like star and earth and fire. Find as comfortable a position as you can. Maybe close your eyes. You could lie down. Whatever feels right for you. And let's begin.